After his stoppage win over Tom Little, David Price seems to be chasing a fight with Lucas Browne, the man who was defeated by Dillian Whyte earlier this year in a enthralling fight. He was laid out cold though by Dillian Whyte and didn't win a single minute of that fight, not even a single moment. So obviously David Price seems to be wanting to step himself up a little bit, but not too much. He is probably trying to gain some momentum. I think he is probably edging towards a European title fight, maybe even one day going for the WBA regular title, but he needs momentum. He has had 2 losses against Povetkin and Sergey Kuzmin, but he is back on track after the win over Tom Little. It was a controversial stoppage, but I think ultimately the ref stopped Tom Little from being laid out cold. But then he still probably could have had a chance to try and recover. He was defending himself, but still, the stoppage came maybe at a wrong time, but it was opportune so that Tom Little wasn't damaged too much. So when might the David Price and Lucas Browne fight take place? My guess is April 13th on the undercard of Anthony Joshua. David Price has already fought on the undercard of Anthony Joshua before, so why not do that again? David Price has fought on the undercard of Anthony Joshua before in the Joseph Parker fight when he fought Alexander Povetkin, who would then go on to face Anthony Joshua, but he was stopped in the 5th round and dropped heavily twice. But still, he adds some weight to the April 13th date and adds a great undercard because who doesn't really want to watch David Price? I mean, he's exciting. He can be stopped at any point and he can stop anyone at any point. He's the perfect entertaining fighter. That is why Eddie Hearn continues to give him fights and opportunities. And Lucas Browne would be a great opportunity and a great fight for him. Now, Lucas Browne is not a clever fighter. He went in against Dillian Whyte, didn't have a game plan, wasn't boxing, just went in looking for one punch, which is absolutely stupid and obscene because you can't fight someone like Dillian Whyte and expect to just take him out with one shot. It's not going to happen. He's got too much heart. Even if he did find that shot, Dillian Whyte would have got up and carried on. So he needed to be putting them together in 2s and 3s, but he didn't go in there doing that. It's a big mistake and something he has to learn from. And the same with David Price. I mean, yes, one shot can take David Price out, but still, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. David Price hits way too hard, and if Lucas Browne gets caught with one of those shots, then it's lights out. If he can be knocked out cold by Dillian Whyte, then he for sure can be knocked out cold by David Price. Technically, David Price is a good fighter, but he gets caught, and as soon as he gets caught, he's ready to go. So that's going to make for an exciting fight and a nerve-wracking one also, especially if you're a David Price fan, or even if you're a Lucas Browne fan. So, I mean, I don't see the fight really being a great technical fight. I think it would just be who lands first, and the other one is going to be out of there. And I'm not just saying that because Lucas Browne has a weak chin, it's just that David Price hits so hard, and it doesn't take much for him to be taken out. I like David Price, and I think this is a good matchup for him. I want to see him do well, and hopefully this fight will get him into a better position if he is able to win it. He just has to box smart in the early rounds, and then maybe look to take Lucas Browne out. I don't think Lucas Browne is a 12-round fighter. I don't think he can last a full 12 rounds, so if they can get it over a 12-round fight, then maybe round 6, 7, 8, he can take Lucas Browne out. He should be able to do that, especially if he wants to go on to become European champion and maybe one day WBA regular world champion. Then he has to be able to beat Lucas Browne. And April 13th seems like the best date for that to take place. But anyway, what do you guys think? Is that a good fight, and when should it take place? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please also like, share and subscribe to the channel Crunch Boxing and Sport.